It's interesting how dogs know it's hot outside even when they're inside. Like when the dogs were inside with the AC, they still knew it was hot outside. And I asked them, I said, how do you know this? How do you know that it's hot out there? And they're just looking at me like, I know. We got these senses, like I know. And I'm like, yeah, but how do you know? Like, how do you know that it's hot outside when you haven't been outside today? You've only been inside in 70-degree weather. How do you just know? Why are you acting like it's hot outside if you're inside? And they're just like, you know, give me a treat. Give me a treat and I'll tell you. Give me a couple treats and I'll tell you. Give me another one, the other flavor, and then I'm going to tell you. Okay. So, how we know it's hot outside, even when it's cold. Give me one more treat. One more, and then I'm going to tell you. Guys, I have really beautiful news to share with you. I'm beyond excited. So, recently, we were given the opportunity to check out some land about 45 minutes away from me. And being that my home, I haven't really talked about this much, but I've had a lot of ideas of what I would do if I was to expand and make this sanctuary more open to the public. I've gotten countless requests and people inquiring about visiting. Some people very, very unfortunately came to visit with no invitation whatsoever, which was really upsetting, to say the least. Only because, if everyone can please keep this in mind, my home is at the center of this sanctuary. It's where I live. It's where my dogs get to be off leash, where my parrot gets to scream as loud as he wants, "Caw-caw, caw-caw," however he wants, all around, where the swim get to fish, where the fish get to swim. It's my home, and it's something that I really hold sacred. So I have decided that this sanctuary, especially because of how the land is structured, it is my sacred place. It's more of my home, and I don't want, I've made it so people can't just randomly show up. And then, of course, even with invitations, with the amount of support that I'm so grateful that we have, just given the odds, this is just science. If 200 people walk into a party, a couple of those people are extremely dangerous. You got to think about those things. 200 people are at a party, a few of those people don't drink their drink. And I want to do my best, to avoid those people ever coming anywhere close to my home where my dogs are unleashed and uncaged. So, I've expressed this to the Patreon community, but I've been quietly trying to think of solutions for this. And I just want everyone to know that we have only been at this location since December. I would say 6 months, and we're not fully developed. However, because of the urgency that there is on experiencing the Asher House and meeting our animals, we have been looking for other land, and we've been looking for other locations to expand. What we didn't know is what we would get. And what we got, I'm able to talk about this now because the deal is done and it is finalized. I'm very excited to announce that we are expanding already, and we are going to create an additional location with 80 acres of land. And when I tell you guys that I've never seen a place in my life as beautiful as this is exactly what I mean. 80 acres of rolling hills of beautiful, beautiful, usable land. It's in a town/city called Molalla, if any of you have ever heard of it. Molalla, Oregon. It's only 45 minutes away from the airport. And we are going to build the Asher House experience there. And let me tell you exactly what this place is going to be. It is going to be many different things, and I'm going to save the best for last. The best is what I'm most excited for. So the first thing that it's going to be is it's going to be basically very simply, an animal sanctuary. It's going to be exactly what the Asher House is on the private land, except times 10. We'll have a bunch of llamas. There will not be any sort of excuse we don't have the space. I don't want to put my foot in my mouth there. Of course, I don't think we'll have to say that for quite a while. We got to be careful here, but we have a ton of space, and it's going to be a beautiful animal sanctuary that people will be able to visit easily. There will be no restrictions as long as it complies with the law. Llamas, horses, you name it, 80 acres, guys. So just imagine, like, you've seen videos and pictures of my sanctuary. You can only really see 10 acres of land from where I am. 10, not including the Christmas trees. With the Christmas trees, you're looking at 15 acres, right? Give or take. This place is 80 acres of flat land. So we're going to have a ton of animals. So there's going to be that. There's going to be campsites. There's going to be tiny homes built out the way the Asher House bus and the Asher House RV is. There'll be tiny homes all over for volunteers and guests to be able to stay. For camps, kids camps, field trips, compassion camps, all the above. I'll tell you when the last thing. The last thing is something you're really going to be excited about. So just hang tight for a sec. Because it's so hot outside, it's really important that we stay hydrated this entire time. If we don't stay hydrated, a bunch of different things can happen and the whole live will be ruined. And if I say anything that I regret or that I shouldn't say or that I have to apologize after, I want you to know I'm not hydrated at all. I haven't drinking anything all day and it's hot out. It's so hot. So, like I was saying, volunteers, another thing is that I know we've all had really bad experiences at dog parks. There's just a lot of people that shouldn't bring their dog to the dog park. And a lot of people, I feel like, want a place where they can go with their dog, have fun, let their dog off leash, and feel safe. This is going to be about, I don't know for sure, but I'm assuming about 30 or 40 acres of this entire place is going to be a dog amusement park. It's going to be the most fun place on earth to bring your dog, where we'll have expert dog trainers there to be able to break up any fights. People will be able to bring their dogs there and watch their dogs in pool parties and go down slides, and you'll be able to be in on the you'll be able to be in on the fun too. Yeah, that's right, you. Yeah, so we got that going, and it's just absolutely beautiful. If you think about it, we have 105 acres within 6 months of being out here. Sonia's out here. It's just remarkable. But last and most certainly not least, the best part is this. And really, you might want to fasten your seatbelt for this one, folks. Look at him; he's ready. Oh, it's actually perfect timing. Perfect timing for my man to jump up here. You'll see how this is the core, how he brings it all together, Mr. Copper. I don't know if you guys watch my stories. If you don't, what do you even watch? Yeah, no, but I am very, very passionate about a certain organization. In my opinion, which is a question I answered in the Q&A recently, I say this without hesitation, guys. The best animal shelter that I've ever stepped foot in, and the best people that I have ever met that worked at an animal shelter, that is part of an organization, are the directors, Justin and Tasha, of Family Dogs New Life Animal Shelter in Portland. They are just, when I say amazing people, above and beyond. They're just truly, truly remarkable people. And if you knew, after getting to really know them and learn from them, if you knew what they do, what they sacrifice, and how they run their operation, I don't think anyone would think differently. They're a phenomenal group, but most importantly, they're just phenomenal people. I've really, really taken the time. I've made the mistake far too many times where I let people in rather quickly, and I'm like, I trust this person and we're good, and you're in. But one thing I've really learned, which I'm so glad, is that I've built thick skin, and I really take my time and I choose carefully who I allow into my organization. And I say this to you because I truly love these people and I truly love this organization. And in addition to that, I want everyone to know that this is not why I'm saying this, but I did promise them that I would do an actual post, which I will, but they have a fundraiser right now where they've hit 14% of their goal. So let's help them out. But before you do that, this is more important. We've had some really beautiful conversations, and I want everyone to know that at this new location, it's actually going to be, as of now, well, I think we're all sold on it unless we can think of something better. But this new location is actually going to be the New Life Asher House. New Life Family Dogs, New Life Animal Shelter is going to move their location into the Asher House. Asher House is going to move into Family Dog. We are going to have a shelter. They are going to have a sanctuary. We are going to partner on this fully. And they are going to help build this, and we are going to get so many animals adopted. I was about to say dogs, not just dogs, but obviously the focus is dogs. We will get they already now get 70 to 100 dogs adopted, give or take, a few every now and then. But what we're going to be able to do together is going to be so beautiful for people and for animals. And we're going to have our own shelter, and these dogs who are at this animal shelter are going to be able to not live like the dogs that you see inside of those cages, or the dogs that you see on those commercials where, please donate. These dogs are going to be having the best day of their life every freaking day, with the best care and the best team and the best organization to watch their back and make sure they find good homes. And as many times as people try to get a dog, as many times as when people try to get a dog adopted, sorry, I'm getting a bunch of text messages. As many times as, sorry guys, this is really awful timing, but I gotta tell you, I can't. I'm very transparent, and I'm trying to you guys, and it's unfortunate because I cannot. I don't know. I cannot you. And I just got a really upsetting text message, and now my energy's off, and I'm not going to be able to get it back, and I'm really sorry. I apologize. I should have turned my notifications off, and I'm not going to be able to get it back. I will tell you so that there's no suspense, but I am what an unfortunate situation. I just need a moment to get my words together here. This sucks. I really wish that wasn't a text. I shouldn't have shaved. When I don't shave, I can play this off better. But now with all my dimples, my big dimples, I was asked if I would take in a dog from San Diego. The dog was having seizures. It reminded me of the situation with Lily, and I was going to give the dog some CBD treatment and take care of it. I know this is super naive. I do feel like, I know this is super naive. I get that. This is probably the dumbest quote I've ever said, but I think CBD and a lot of love goes a long way. I really do. Maybe it's just optimistic, but I've seen it do a lot. So I was going to take this dog in. There were some people who helped me coordinate transport. I've had some fosters, Rebecca, who has been amazing, and some organizations that have been there for me, who we'll talk about, I'm sure, later. The dog we found out the dog unfortunately has distemper. If you don't know what distemper is, it just has a really bad temper. Like if the dog wants a treat and you don't give it a treat, I'm just kidding. I do that. I know it's not good. They say in therapy, it's like what you try to do to mask things, and that would be true. But yeah, no, it's just not good. It's worse in part. It's not good, and they just told me they want to put the dog down. I know I shouldn't be talking about this, but I don't know how else to transition into the mood I was just in until now. I mean, I couldn't just try. I can't fake it. No, I'm gonna be okay. I mean, guys, I've dealt with worse. I'm still dealing with Sammy and Stella over here. I feel bad for the dog. I'm not worried about me. I feel bad for the dog because she's such a sweet dog, and I feel bad for Rebecca and the people who have taken this dog under their care. I do want to take this opportunity. You know, I am very new to rescue, and you know, I think a lot of people could say or suggest that I don't know much about it, which I could understand. But I would say I cannot stress enough that when you do rescue a dog, or if you are a rescue, or if you're getting into rescue, to never skip on any of the treatment or testing that this potential adoptable dog could need. Boy, do I wish I was home. This calls for a whiskey. Look, I think that let's put a pin in it, guys. I'm super sorry. It's not how I saw this live going. Family dogs. You know, Tasha, I told Tasha, family dogs, I always say, I think I really overdo it. I always say her name, Tasha and Justin, and then I say the name of their shelter because I want people to recognize who I'm talking about. And soon everyone will know. No, but really, I told her about this dog before we knew about the distemper, and she said she would adopt him. She said, I even named her. Her name was, Her name is Evie. Ugh. I'm thinking about how to transition back to being positive. But I also want it to be authentic. I just don't see that happening, to be honest. So I think I'm going to bring this to an end. I would like to leave on a high note. So what I will say is, I think that it's the great news is that we got this new location with 80 acres, and I think it's going to be about a 2-year project. The best thing about this entire situation is that Tasha and Justin trust us enough to partner with us. I also want to take the time to thank a brother and a best friend, Mike. Big Mike, thank you so much for helping making this happen, who is also going to be a partner in this. And yeah, I mean, he finally, you know, as much as I'm thanking him, he finally invested in something besides penny stocks. So I think that's a good thing that we can congratulate. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding, buddy. I'm kidding. Relax. Take a deep breath. It's a joke. I'm just hot. Seriously, buddy. Thank you so much. We would have done it regardless, but we wouldn't have. It's jokes aside, it wouldn't have happened without you, and I appreciate. This reminds me, there were a couple people, this is important. I showed, you know, we're building up a gym in the sanctuary, and a couple people who I greatly appreciate their concern emailed us and said, how is Lee paying for the gym? Is it through donations? And, you know, it hit me that with our social media presence, with us having a sanctuary, with us headed the direction, people are going to be very inquisitive about not only what I do, but things that I have, how I spend my money. You know, people want to know these things. It's usually the people who don't donate who are curious, which I really find interesting. I would love to know the science behind that. It's usually the people that don't donate who, however, everyone should know. And what I do want you guys to know is this. When you see me do ads, because I never wanted to enter the shadiness realm of so many different organizations, I'm very good at keeping things rather separate. So I do have my brand ads, I have my YouTube and Facebook, we get paid on views. So there is an Asher House LLC and a nonprofit. And to answer the gym question, this gym is state of the art, it's probably one of the most expensive gyms you've ever seen. Gold's Gym would want to buy what my gym is going to look like. Arnold Schwarzenegger doesn't have this gym. And we should all thank Celsius for it, because the gym is sponsored by Celsius. So for those of you who are curious where your donations are going, it's not going to these puppies right here. Am I right, guys? Huh? Donations aren't going to these things. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All right, guys. I gotta make some phone calls. I love you. Thank you so much for being there. Please join our Patreon community. Our Patreon community is 100% nonprofit. Every donation helps. Monthly donations go such a long way, you have no idea. Does not go to the Asher House Fitness Camp. It goes to building our sanctuaries, plural. In addition to that, Family Dog New Life, they have a fundraiser going on right now. They're 14% completed. If you could help them out, that would be greatly appreciated. And, please donate. Please be a part of this. Please be a part of the growth. It goes a very long way, and I appreciate it. To all the patrons, I'll see you guys this week. Guys, we go live once a week on Patreon, sometimes twice a week. It's a lot of fun, I assure you. Maybe some of the patrons will comment what they think of the Patreon community in the comments. And it's awesome. If you want to be a part of the community and just want to help out, then just help out. It really is helpful, and it goes a very, very long way. So please donate. I don't ask often. I don't feel comfortable asking, but it'd be awesome if you guys are a part of this growth. There's so much I wanted to talk about that we're not going to get to. We're definitely going to do another live soon. I have so many things that I wanted to talk to you guys about, but I'm honestly not in the right mental place anymore. And I love you, and thank you guys so much for all the support. And even if you can't donate, just for being there, I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so, so much. All right, adopt, don't shop. Have a beautiful week. Stay cool. I love you. Kiss your dog, kiss your cat, kiss your turtle, kiss your animals for me.